Grammy award-winning music star Selena has been shot and killed in Texas. The 23-year-old Mexican-American singer died at a Corpus Christi hospital after being shot this afternoon at a Days Inn motel. The suspect in the shooting has been holding police at bay for hours, sitting in a pickup truck in the parking lot and holding a gun to her head. The Spanish network Telemundo says the suspect was about to be fired from her job as manager of Selena's store in Corpus Christi.
So this is the Night's Inn, formerly known as the Days Inn. I think it's 901 Navigation Boulevard, Corpus Christi. The sign obviously used to say the Days Inn, and there was a message here that says, "We'll miss you forever, Selena," something to that extent. And there's a few people here. I think it was either that day of or within a few days. A lot's changed. Looks like the Hampton came after, and this front area was not there at the time. The Days Inn sign would have been behind this structure against that wall, that wall. As you can see in the clip from 1995. The front office where Selena collapsed. And so, kind of going backwards here, but this is where Selena collapsed in that door, through that door. We're going to retrace her steps, going backwards, but then we'll come around and walk the exact path that she walked as she was injured, trying to get help. The room number that she met Yolanda Saldivar at the time in 1985 was room 158. It is now room 150. Probably due more so just because of different renovations and whatnot. I don't think the room number was changed for attention over the years. So that would be the room straight ahead on the right side. So that day, that morning, I think it was around 11:30, 11:45, 11:50ish. She meets up with Yolanda to discuss. Now, I don't remember all the details. I didn't do a lot of research ahead of time, but she came to meet. Yolanda asked her to meet her alone, to come alone, to meet her at her room where Yolanda was staying, to discuss, I guess, the accusations, the financials, about the money embezzling and with the fan group and whatnot. And I don't know the exact words exchanged, but apparently as Selena was leaving, Yolanda pulled a gun out of her purse, shot her in the back right at the door, right on the other side of this door.
Yolanda aquí. Pensamos que cuando Selena dio al anillo a Yolanda, ella sacó la pistola donde la tenía. Selena se volteó, iba a andar para afuera para irse. Como en este momento le tiró, como en esta distancia le tiró Yolanda a Selena, pegándole un balazo aquí, saliéndole aquí, el tiro caminó para allá, nunca lo hallamos. El blood splatter, la sangre, rebotó, se embarró toda esta.
And there's crime scene photos that show that door open, and on the inside of it, there's good amount of blood splatter from the one shot. So was only one shot. Through and through, I think her right shoulder blade, and came out the other end, like her right clavicle area. And it just hit a major vessel, major vein, artery, and she bled to death. So she would have been hit behind this door and immediately started down the path to the office. And we'll walk that path. We'll walk that path now. So she comes out the door. This would be kind of her point of view. I'm right at the door. And along the way, I don't know exactly where, in this grass area somewhere, she drops her phone, her purse, and a briefcase, pocketbook or whatever of the documents that she brought to discuss with Yolanda. So again, from that door, she realizes she's hit and she's trying to seek help. Panic mode set in. Full on panic mode. And I believe right in here, I'm trying to remember if it was like keys or whatnot, dropped in this area. Phone, purse, and briefcase. She makes her way down this area. She's trying to get to the office, which is over here. I believe it's about 390 feet.
She ran screaming for 130 yards all the way to the lobby. That's what killed her.
You can only imagine that time span when you're essentially bleeding out. So I'm assuming she stayed on the outer. I don't know if there were cars parked at the time, but the most open, clear path is probably what she took. She's coming through either here or over here. This is all approximately. The young lady up front in the office told me none of this has changed. All this is original. And again, there's crime scene photos of blood splatter throughout this path. Blood drops. More so blood drops. And she makes her way to the office here. She opens this door. So I'm standing in the entrance of the Night's Inn, formerly the Days Inn, of the office. That this little section here that would go into the office. This door is locked due to COVID, so all business has to be done here, which I'm doing now, waiting for my card, my room card. As you can see, there's Selena's picture there. She would have came into this door and collapsed somewhere around this area. Okay, so I was just talking to the nice young lady here that works. I didn't want to put a camera in her face, but I wish I kind of would have recorded her, what she was telling me. But I'm waiting for these people to leave. Hold on. So Selena would have came in through these doors. She told me this original area, what do you call that? From this door to that door, that central area, that middle area, is still original, it's still the same. So Selena would have came through that door with little bit of strength, I would imagine, due to her injury, and she would open the door, she'd pull it out, and then go to the door across, open that door. And at the time, the office that you see in the back, which was a Days Inn, was on this side, and the floor is different. They completely renovated that floor in the entire offices, but she would have collapsed, opened this door, she would have collapsed partly around that area. Of course, not that floor. And I have footage or pictures of this entry of the door here where you can see blood splatter from that time as she was bleeding out. So yeah, pretty heavy stuff.
Police SWAT teams have the area surrounded, and they are trying to talk a woman gunman out of a pickup truck where she is holding herself inside with a gun to her head. Again, the police SWAT team has been out there since shortly before noon today, where the standoff continues. We will have a complete update on this situation at 6 o'clock tonight, and we will have a tribute to Selena and her music coming up on 6 News at 6. Join us then.
When I put it in my head, you opened the door and Selena closed that door. And when I did that, the gun went off.
So this is where Yolanda Saldivar, after she had shot Selena, was parked in her truck with a gun to her head. SWAT came out. There was like a police standoff for about 9.5 hours. I want to say it took place on this side of the curb because you can see in this news footage I'm gonna bring in from that time. You can see a curb, and then you can also see one on the opposite end. So here are the only two in this lot that are kind of across from each other. And so I believe this was probably the shot. And there was a SWAT vehicle here, and a guy's facing that way. So I want to say she was probably in one of these spots here. But anyway, they had a standoff. It was for like 9.5 hours. She had a gun to her head, and she was threatening to kill herself, which she wasn't. She was never going to do. But yeah, after that long period of time, she decided the gig was up and it was time to face the music. So, and I believe she's been doing 25 years at this point, and she has 30 years. It's life, but she has 30 years until she's eligible for parole. So in about another 5 years or so, she will be, and I highly doubt they're going to grant it. So she's probably much safer in prison.
Standing by live in Corpus Christi, right across the street from the Days Inn where this shooting did occur earlier today. If you look behind me, you can see the tail end of a red pickup truck. This is also where police officers and SWAT team members are still trying to negotiate with the alleged killer. The Assistant Police Chief, Ken Bung, tells us that they have provided the suspect with a telephone and have been in constant contact with her, trying to get her to give herself up. However, as you can see, their efforts are still fruitless. In the meantime, we have people that are coming by, hundreds and hundreds of people, fans of Selena Quintanilla. They're coming by, waiting to see how this is going to turn out. The police chief tells us, assistant police chief tells us that they are going to wait it out. All they want is to get her out safe, and they don't want her to hurt herself or anybody else.
So from the Knights Inn off of Navigation Boulevard, Corpus Christi, we are on our way out. Here's one more shot of the front.
Hovering news helicopter. Just one more reminder that the eyes of the world were on this event. Although the focus today is undoubtedly the funeral going on right now over at Seaside Memorial Park, there's still a lot of activity here, hundreds of yards away, as people do literally anything to try and get a glimpse of what's going on.
Que perderme en un abismo de tristeza, lágrimas, no me queda más que aguantar bien mi derrota y brindarte felicidad. No me queda más si tu regreso hoy sería una imposibilidad. eso que no era amor, lo que hoy niegas, lo que dices que nunca pasó, es el más dulce recuerdo de mi vida. Yo tenía una esperanza en el fondo de mi alma, que un día te quedaras tú conmigo, y aún guardaba una ilusión que alimentaba el corazón, mi corazón que hoy tiene que verte con solo amigo. Y aunque viví enamorada y totalmente equivocada, no me importa. Y esto que no era amor, por mi parte, lo más lindo, el más grande amor. Y aunque siempre lo renuncies, para mí fue lo más bello. Fue lo más bello.
Next to moi, Selena. Selena or Selena?
It's Selena.
A lot of people say.
Forever.
I know, but I've heard people say Selena.
It's Selena.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna call those people up and say, hey, it's Selena. Okay.
Okay.
Is that cool? I'm gonna get on them.
Pero ay, cómo me duele.
I know that everybody's gonna watch this video, and I just want to say, y'all sucked tonight. Just joking. Y'all did wonderful, and I hate it when you say that I'm the woman, because I hate it when y'all are right. Just joking. Without you guys, I'm nothing. So just want to let you know that I love you.